Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you already don't know, you can tell by the picture, we're doing What If Deku Was Bill's Cipher Part 3? Yeah, Part 3. And, if I'm not correct, I just left off at the USJ attack, so, after the USJ attack. So, they get their little break. Basically what Deku does, he really doesn't do much. And, sports festival. So, here we go, obstacle course, Deku, um, Deku, just teleports to the finish line. Let's say his team for the cavalry battle is, jeez. Let's say it's, let's say it's Todoroki. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, Todoroki is a girl in this universe, because so many people wanted it. Oh my god. Like, there were so many people who wanted me to do this, so, yeah. So we got Fim Todoroki. We got Momo. And, let's say Tokoyami. And then, Deku is like, don't worry, I got this. Right before the thing starts, he snaps his fingers. 3 recliner chairs are summoned. His whole team sit down in the chairs and they start floating, behind Deku. And basically, Deku fights off. Basically, he gave the headband to one of them, and he basically fights off everyone that tries to come near him. Because, Deku is legit. And I quote from one of you guys, I quote, he is the legit Infinity Gauntlet. If the Infinity Gauntlet was a person, Deku is him in this universe. And that's a quote from one of you guys. I can't remember the name. But, Cavalry battle, they win. Tournaments. First fight. Shinzo versus Deku. Let's say, Shinzo's quirk won't work on Deku because he has, a strong mental barrier. No. Let's say, Shinzo, Shinzo starts talking and Deku, replies. And Shinzo's like, yes, I got him. And he's like, turn around and walk out the stadium. And let's say he's in his head. Let's say he's in his head for a second. But Deku kicks him out. And then he's like, and Deku's like, oh, so you want to play like that now? So Deku kind of reaches his, holds his hand out like he about to force choke this man. But he's like, punch yourself and turn around and walk, then turn. No, he's like, punch yourself and then turn around and walk out the ring. And then Shinzo punches himself and walks out the ring. Deku wins by one-upping Shinzo at his own thing. The relationship between Todoroki and Deku. How am I gonna put this? They're not really friends yet. Todoroki, she's still in that stage of being cold because she hasn't figured out that, it's her quirk, not Endeavor's. And yeah, basically. So a fight begins, and Todoroki, she starts, like, throwing ice at him. Like, but it's not really working, because, Deku can, one, manipulate reality, two, he can levitate, so that won't do much. And Deku's kind of just floating up in the air. He yawns. He's like, oh, this is getting boring. And then Deku's like, so why don't you use your full power? And Todoroki's like, no way, I'm not using his fire. And then Deku, he's like, his fire? Whose fire? Your father? Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he has intangibility too. Does Bill Cipher have intangibility? But even if he doesn't, I'm giving it to him because I feel like this makes for this perfect scene. And Deku's like, oh, you poor unfortunate soul. And he teleports right next to Todoroki. She, like, tries to freeze him. It doesn't work. He just moves right through it. Like, he, like, phases through it, basically. He's like, Deku's like, oh. You don't get it. And then Todoroki, she's like, get what? It's your fire, not his. Your fire didn't harm you, or any of your family members. Because Bill has this thing where he basically knows all. He sees all and knows all. That's legit one of his things. Your fire didn't drive your mother insane, giving you that burn scar. And Todoroki's thinking, she's like, how does he know all this? And then it finally clicks in Todoroki's head that it's her quirk, not Endeavor's. So she turns up the heat. and then Deku's like, yes, finally a real fight. And Todoroki starts going, like, ham. Like, she's slinging ice and fire at the same time. And Deku was like, now let the show begin, ladies and gentlemen. And he kind of uses his telekinesis to, like, split apart the fire. And then the ice, he kind of crushes it. Crushed ice, anyone? He makes puns here and there. Because why not? Deku has two personalities. The playful showman, like, the playful showman, basically making everything entertaining. Then the serious ringmaster, where he takes everything serious and very manipulative. But then there's the playful one that tries to have fun with everything. And after a fight, let's say basically it's a stamina battle, and Todoroki, she kind of passes out from exhaustion. And then, like, she's about to hit the ground, and Deku catches her and teleports her to a recovery girl. Because why not? And I am shipping Fem Todoroki x Deku, because everyone wanted it. But, the fight with, Bakugo, Deku was like, I don't have time for you. And Bakugo's like, what you say to me, freak? And then Deku's like, he actually gets a little mad at this. And everyone in like the audience, like, even like some of the pros, like, feel the hate, like, like the hatred coming off of him as soon as Bakugo said that. He's like, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. And as soon as the match starts, Deku's got basically about force choking Bakugo, holding him up with his telekinesis. You want to speak up? Freak. Who you calling freak? You freaking terrorist? This is the person with the quirk that could legit come you. Man, you angry pomegranate. And then he throws him out the ring into the concrete wall, knocking him out. Deku wins. Let's say during the award ceremony, he kind of snaps his fingers. He's got his suit. And then he gets the medal. He's like, and he bows because he he's a showman. He's gotta, he has to. It's part of his personality. But internships, right? And that's better. Internships. Let's say let's say when they're and the whole thing where to see who got the most internships. Basically, it was Deku, then Todoroki, then Bakugo, and then everything else was normal. And let's say when they're picking their internships, let's say Deku comes at Todoroki. Oh, jeez. I might be posting twice because I feel up to it. But Deku comes at you with Todoroki, and he's and basically Todoroki thanks him for making it helping Todoroki figure out that he's her quirk, not him. She's not a dude in this universe. That it's her quirk, not her father's. And then Deku's like, hold up. I'm not only gonna do that. Let's say he got an internship request for Endeavor. He's like, Deku's like, no, don't think of me yet. I'm gonna help with Endeavor. And then Todoroki is like, what are you talking about? And Deku's like, I know you were going to choose Endeavor as your internship. And let's say I might be having just one more thing. Deku can see all timelines and AUs. Basically, you know how Saiyans can, Saiyans can see all timelines and AUs. Basically, Deku can do that. But basically, I might be able to go for a little bit. So, just a bit more. But, basically, how am I gonna put this? Basically, they show up at Endeavor's office. And, basically everything goes to can, and Deku doesn't really do much. He kind of just sits there and watches because, Endeavor can't really teach him anything. But then the incident happens. And, let's say Deku knows where Ida is, and he knows that his brother got attacked by Hero Stain. And Deku just teleports into the alleyway. As Ida is about to get stabbed in the head with a sword. And he's like, nah, and he pulls out his cane. He's like, no need to be brash. And then Stain's like, who are you? And Deku was like, I'm just a man with a deal. And then Stain's like, what's the deal? Basically, you let those two go free, and I don't break your neck. And then Stain's like, okay. Basically, make deal. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next part. Peace.